It's 8:24.
Start your day with Graham Liver at breakfast.
BBC Radio Lancashire.
Now, on this show, I like to talk to lovely people.
You do.
I like to talk to clever people
You
as
do.
well. In fact, most people on this show are cleverer than me, aren't they?
Yes, everyone is. Even me.
Come on. I'll take most people, but not you. Give over. Come on.
Hey!
Monty Lord lives in Wantleydale. He's a world record breaker. He's given a lecture to the United Nations, the UN, and is the Royal Society of Art's youngest fellow, joining the likes of Sir David Attenborough and Stephen Hawking.
Amazing.
Most recently, he's received a Points of Light Award from the Prime Minister for his work to improve mental health advice for young people. They're just a few of his achievements. I'm pleased to say Monty's with us this morning, and also Monty's head teacher, Tony McCabe from St Joseph's Roman Catholic School in Horwich. So, Monty, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Monty. And Tony, good morning.
Good morning to you, Graham.
So, Monty, you're a child genius.
I wouldn't use that term, but if you want to say so, yeah.
So, how did you get doing a lecture to the UN?
So they initially contacted me about the start of, or like mid-2020, and I wasn't going to go because it was supposed to be in Geneva, and I would have had to take time out of school. It would have been, also I would have had to take a flight to Geneva, which obviously isn't the best. But then because of COVID happened and everything, they were able to do it online, and so I was able to present my findings of my research actually in the school, in just a random side room, instead of flying all the way to Geneva. So it actually worked out in the end.
Right, so I mentioned world records. What world records do you hold?
So I hold two. I've got one for recalling the most books by their first sentence, and I've got another one for, what was the other one for? It was about a year ago now. I can't remember the exact title. It's something to do with recalling the fastest time to recall book titles by their first character.
How could you not remember if you've got a good memory?
I've got like this special memory method that I do.
Wow. How does it work then? Go on. So the world record, someone will read, it's amazing what you've done, the first line of a book, and you go, it's this one.
Yes.
How do you do that? Do you just read lots of first pages of books?
Well, no. So I went through and I found about 500 books, and then I had to find their first sentences, which is actually a lot more difficult than you'd think because there's different variations of certain books. So I had to find the original one for each one, and then I had to put it into a list and send it off to Guinness World Record. And then the day before, or I think it might have either been the week before, I actually took the 500 down to 120, just to be certain,
right,
that I could get the record. And what I did was, I linked a word from the first sentence to the title of the book, or if I couldn't do that specifically, I'd make like an almost mini film in my head of the first sentence, and then associate that with the book title. And I'm actually, looking back at it now, in retrospect, I'm actually kind of disappointed that I didn't do the 500 because I definitely could have got more than 120.
Wow.
I probably could have got around 300.
Well, your head teacher's on the line, Tony. What's it like having Monty at your school?
Just by talking to him this morning, you'll see that he's such a non-assuming young man, so modest about his ability. But you might, just from hearing him, think that he's some kind of genius who lives on a cloud. He's an amazing young man who has been a brilliant role model to his peers. He's showing that when you put yourself out there, what you can actually achieve. And I think especially just during this time of lockdown, where most people are thinking, you know, we can't do this, can't go to the shops, can't go on holiday. Monty's thinking about what you can do and the amazing things that you can achieve. And I just think for a 15-year-old to have an audience with the United Nations, do you know, anything is possible. And to have a platform there to share his findings has been absolutely brilliant. Particularly in his research piece where he looked at the effect of blue light technology on sleep patterns and you know, that's a message that we sometimes give out to young people to say, you know, be careful how you use your mobile technology, make sure you get enough sleep. We're all old and past it, but when his peers hear somebody of his same age sharing the importance of ensuring that you get good sleep, ensuring that you have a sensible attitude towards social media and blue light technology, I think the message is so much more powerful. So, an incredible young man. We're really proud of his achievements.
And Monty, you've followed in your dad's footsteps because he's a record breaker, isn't he?
Well, he followed in mine. He got his record after me.
Okay, right. So your dad followed you.
Yeah. So he got his around the summertime, and again I can't remember the exact title of his, but it's like the most translated short film. I think it was I don't know how many languages it was. I'm remembering the number 30 for some reason,
right?
But I think it could be more than that possibly.
I love the fact that your dad followed in your footsteps. I think that's really good. And you also received an award from the Prime Minister for work to improve mental health advice for young people. Tell me more about that.
Okay, so I got the award from the Prime Minister. It was about 3 weeks ago now, I'd say, maybe 2. And I was just in my room, and suddenly my dad comes and grabs me from my room and frantically rushes me into his office downstairs. And there's a Zoom call set up. I go on. And it's Nigel Evans, the MP. He's also the deputy speaker, I think. And he just starts asking me all these questions, and then he lets me know that I've won this award. And I just didn't know what was going on, because about 10 minutes earlier I was just on my computer doing schoolwork. So I was very shocked by it. But I got the award for my research I'd done during lockdown. I'd done a study onto the effects that COVID had on young people's mental health.
Yeah. Well, Monty, congratulations. It's lovely talking to you. Monty Lord there, genius, 15-year-old, from Walton Liddale, and Tony McCabe, who is Monty's headmaster. He goes to St Joseph's Roman Catholic High School in Horwich. Clever. I do like the fact that Monty got the world records first, and his dad thought, well, if my lad's got 2, I'd best have 1. Right now, 8:35.